Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to our Tarot FB Quick Live for today. It's the 1st of June. And by the way, let's try to understand how it is going to know about our June's tarot energy, okay? How do we feel? How do we think about it? And how do we act accordingly to the response and the guidance from the universe? Yes. So here I'm Rainsky, and please follow my Facebook page that is in the description below. Please try to follow it so that we'll be able to share more content regarding your energies from different aspects of your life, from personal to your how do you call this, to your dreams, aspirations in life, to your business, to your family relationship, love, life, whatever it is, aspects that you want to get answers from. Then please follow my page and also try to communicate with me through the page and also through the to the messenger that I have. Hello, friend. Hello. Good night there in your location and good evening here in my location. So let's try to read this June's energy, okay? Let's try to know how do we feel about the energy, because as I have mentioned before that the shift has already begun for those who are awakened, for those who have already been lifting their vibrations, their frequency, and at the same time to really cope up with the different kinds of vibrational frequency that sometimes people cannot understand or actually unaware or unconscious about it. So basically we just need to, like, it's just like a clothes, you need to know how to feel comfortable, how to feel relief with it, because that's the clothes. It's basically the purpose of it is for you to be taken care of from the cold, from the heat, from any weather outside, okay? So let's try to have that. And then I have here things to do about this half of the year 2026. So we will try to discuss about journaling. How do you be able to write something from the middle of the year, this June, okay? We will talk about journaling. We will talk about grounding, because these are the basic aspects of how do you balance your energy, how do you balance your chakra, your body, because we are just our body is only the vessel of our spirit, of our energy, okay? Then after that there will be reflection, and then there will be shadowing with what we need to do when we reflect internally, because we need to go back to the internal universe that we have, okay? And that's what is the knowledge, the hidden knowledge that we don't actually have the interest because of the influence from the outside world, okay? It's just a simple sharing for us to know what would be the next thing or the steps to do, okay? These are just guidance, so don't you worry. So let's try to open the portal. So first, usually I need to light up the candle so that we will be able to open the portal for our universe, okay? So let me have this and our intention. Please follow me with our intention. Universe, let us receive the message that is intended for us this June of 2026. May the blessings and the guidance of the universe will be upon us, and be able to know the answers from the questions that have been lingering from our minds, from our hearts, and in our essence as spirits, as spiritual energies, because we know this is just temporary, and that we know that basically we will go back to our spiritual community, which is the spiritual world. So by then, we're opening the portal for us to see the glimpse of the answers, the glimpse of the unconscious mind that we are trying to connect from the conscious mind. So let us do that in this basic ritual. So bear with me for our reading for the June this year. Okay, so I just have to put it here inside. Let's try to get the cards. Okay, let's get the cards. Let me just be able to get and touch the crystals that I have here. Put it here, put it here. Okay. Let's shuffle. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching. And those who would like, and those who are interested for a private tarot reading, you can just let me know. Let's connect each other so that I will be able to help you through the guidance of the tarot. And because of that, oops, okay, there you go. So let's ask the energy of this month of June, as in the first day of June. What are the messages that we are going to read? Okay, let me have this. Okay. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello there. So let's have this reading. June Tarot Card Basic Guidance Reading for the month of June. First, let's try to get one more time. Let's cut it into 3 and get, what do we feel? What do we think? And what do we act? How do we act at the same time? Okay, let's have this one in our first part of our live. Okay, how do we feel in this June? How do we expect? What do we expect from this month of June? Let's see. Okay, how do we feel on this? We are actually ready emotionally. We are getting into a preparation stage, and we are a little bit more of indignant, but actually in a subtle way we are confident in our emotional aspect, and it means that there is already an enlightenment that we have inside. There are blurring questions that needs to be answered, but at the same time you are ready to fill in and get yourself some kind of nutrition for your face. So what do you feel? You feel confident. You feel a little bit indignant or hesitant, but don't you worry, because it's a matter of maturity. It's a matter of reinforcement from yourself. Okay, of course you need to help from other people, but at the same time you also have the motivation from yourself. Yes, that's how the message. And at the same time it talks also about your wider knowledge or understanding from things. Okay, and also trust the elements around you. Maximize the elements around you. That's how you feel. That's how we feel in this month of June. Next, what do we think? No, that is basically, what do we think? There's confusion. There's a little bit of doubts from and challenges, obstacles. So we are actually kind of overthinking of the way we pursue things in our relationships, in the things around us. It's basically a little bit of hurdles or obstacles you have at hand. So please bear in mind that this month of June, we are in the Gemini phase. For those at Taurus, Gemini sign, you are in this doubts and some kind of fears that you have inside of you, and psychologically, or the way you think, you might perhaps quite overthink of things. Okay, so this is the second card. This month of June, it's also try to tell you that you perhaps try to navigate the way you think, because when you think of something, there are things that you also have to overcome, and sometimes it overlooks you, many things in that path, in that decision that you're going to do or that you have done. Yeah, this is the message from the second card. Next, what or how do we act out from it, out from the situation, out from the condition? Okay, so let's have the third card. Oh, still have with this. So you are going to begin to initiate the decision. You should not create fears and doubts, because it's the beginning of your knowledge. It's the beginning of your understanding that perhaps someday or sooner, okay, not other than later, you have to undergo some biases of your decision. Hello, friend. Hello, Butch. Kumusta, kumusta? How are you? Okay, this is the third card, which is how do you act from that situations? Because sometimes the chaotic life that we have, especially in our workplace, some people trigger us to do something that sometimes we need to think first before we act. And at the same time here, you need to act soon, first, at the same time, and it's a planned decision. It's a planned thinking, yes. And it's basically, you can handle it. You can actually be able to create a good management of yourself, of that decision that you're going to do. And it also says that there are people who are getting into your subtle mind, and it will cloud your judgment, and you just perhaps to hold it firmly into that decision that you're going to do. You're going to decide. So that's basically what it says. So we need to connect the three cards. So basically here, the King of Cups is telling us to be quite indignant and quite hesitant. But here it also connects us to know that though fears and doubts are in your midst, you need to understand that there are still those decisions that are quite better for you to do. And for doing it, basically, you just have to do it. Yeah, no regrets, no fears, no doubt. It's just a matter of decision that you need to do. You have to take the action that is needed at the moment. Yes. So this June is actually quite promising. There are fears, of course. Yeah, naturally. I think you just need to have some assistance from everything, or you need to have some, how do we call this? You need a little bit of support from the people around you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Hello, Sean Ogle. Thank you for watching. Yeah, we are doing the June energy reading. Okay. This is the first day of June. So let's just welcome positivity. Negative will be just in the side. And what we need to do is just push and move forward. That's basically what we need to do this half of the year, this 2026. Okay. So let me have the signifying card for this first three cards. Okay, I think we can have two cards for this. How do we tell ourselves to act accordingly? This time there are subtle empowerment inside of us that we cannot ignore, we cannot avoid, basically, because there are people around us who are also unrelentlessly influence us. Okay, so that's basic knowledge. Okay, and okay, so let's have the signifying card for this first three. Okay. So let's have the first one. Oh, okay, let's have the Three of Swords. So here, it's a matter of harmonic decision coming from you. There's already a balance between how you decide things, mentally, psychologically. So it's your mental decision, the way you communicate to people. So swords is about communication. So sword is about telling you that you have already processed it in your mental faculty, that you are already in that phase of decision making. It's a stage. Hello, hello, Ma'am Elsa Navarro. Hello, hello. How are you? Yes. So this is definitely the reason why the first three cards are quiet, not notorious, but in a way influencing you. At the same time, here there's a harmony of events. There's a harmony of decisions that you will be doing for this coming week in this month of June. Yes, and you need to know that your heart can also be affected. This is actually your passion. The way you decide, it also comes from the passion that you have or that you've been doing. Yes, so this is the Three of Swords. It signifies we have already three cards of swords in here. The first one was the Seven of Swords, which is actually domineering. And then you have here the Ace of Swords, which is actually the beginning of your action because of what you planned. And here you have the harmony of your decisions, that no fears, no doubts will be with you along the way in the near future, in the distant future. Because we are experiencing the linear time. Because, yeah, as we know, time is an illusion. Yes, because we are in the 3 dimension. It's actually that we just have this linear of time between the past, the present, and the future. But actually time is like this. It's like a spiral. It is a spontaneous event in our lives, right? Our life is like this. So we are experiencing spontaneously our lives. We may call it the past lives, we may call it the future lives, but actually it's just happening there spontaneously. Whatever we do, sometimes we can see from that event of our other life and the event of here from other lives. So that's sometimes there's entanglement of the karma that we have from this lifetime and from the other lifetime. So maybe the card is telling us to just be cautious and be confident at the same time. Being cautious and being confident is quite different, but they are connected, that you can do it both, right? You can have it both. Yes, I hope I make sense from this first three cards and the fourth card, which is the signifying card. Okay, now for journaling. Have you tried to journal something, especially this year, from the first month of this year, the January, to try to write something? What are your projects, your things to do that you would like to achieve before the end of this year? So it's a matter of like that. So it's, and then journaling. For me, journaling is about like taking down important notes of what we need to do in this instant. Example, like in this first day of June. So what do you need to accomplish until the end of June? So just basically journaling. So sometimes I list down top 3 or top 5 things to do for me to understand and for me to create a little bit of achievements, right? A little bit of things that might be achieved in a simple way, step by step, closer to your reality, to your desires that you have. Yes, because we don't, or people don't actually go bigger in an instant. It's just like gradual event or gradual change of things that are going to happen. Yes. Next, number 2, grounding. Okay, grounding. So when you say grounding, it's a matter of like For me, I usually do during weekend. I go to a park and then I just have to do some barefooting. I go there, just go around. It's like a walk in the park, and then I just have to leave my shoes, or my, if I have it, this slippers with me, my sandals with me. So I just go there, leave in a corner there, in one of the corners in the park, and just go walk. Like sometimes I do it if I have a steps. I have a step tracker. I do it maybe 500 steps, and then I go. Yeah, if I can see that it's almost 500 steps, I need to go back and then just try and then drink water and then try to reflect what are the things in my mind, because we always think of many things every second of our life. Okay, it's a matter of just don't juggle a lot, because when you do grounding, you just have to let the negative energies be removed from your system, of your body, of your physical body. Okay, just remove that through grounding. Yes, through grounding. Hello, hello. Yes, and that's how grounding works. Perhaps you have to also bring some books with you in the park, and while walking, barefooting, just with some books, and then go around and read some books again. That's what I sometimes do. And then after that, you go back and then sit down, and then you're going to reflect. What did I do from the past weeks or from the past months that I need to do better? Hello, mate, Reginald. Hello, Reginald Marquez. Kumusta, kumusta? Welcome to my Facebook Live this afternoon, this evening, actually, yeah, this evening. So yeah, that's the third one, reflecting. The fourth one is shadowing. Shadowing is about more of a deeper dive into ourselves, and try to do some rituals of the things that, for example, my ritual for this month is, yesterday was just the full blue moon, or the full blue, I mean like full micro moon. That means is like is the second full moon from the month of May. Okay, and I usually during full moon I'll just have to do some rituals for the month, for the coming month. I just light a candle and sit down in the edge of my lawn, and then go there and then reflect, and then try to do some, perhaps it would be best time maybe before 6 p.m. or before 9 p.m. because that's the time the energy is calmer, between 6 p.m. and 9. And if you can still be awake before midnight, you can also do that. Yeah. Shadowing. Yeah, just do some rituals. You just have to offer something or put it in a ceramic bowl. You write something there, your wishes, and then you try to, sometimes I also have bay leaves there, and then just together with it, with the things you dream or you want to achieve, and then I burn it with the bay leaves, and then put it in the ceramic bowl, and then wait for it until ashes, and then keep it, and then try to cover it, and then a week later I need to have that and put it, I need to have a ground or like a soil there, and just have to remove the soil, dig some pit, just few inches, and put that away, either through ashes with it, and then bury it, and then that's it, and then go back. That's my ritual for shadowing. What are your inspirations? How do you want to develop yourself to be better? Something like that. It's a matter of shadowing. Okay, it's a matter of knowing yourself internally, deeper knowledge of yourself. Yeah. Okay. I hope I make sense for this, the basic one. Next, maybe we can ask I think I need to get my how do you call this? My oracle deck. If it still have, how many minutes left before? Maybe 30 minutes? Just a short one. Okay, let me get the oracle cards. Okay, the oracle cards are a little bit intense cards. So let's have the light Seeker. No. Let's have the... Okay, let's have the Wisdom Oracle. Okay, the Wisdom Oracle. I used this a few days ago, yeah, with my client. Okay, so let's ask the Wisdom Oracle cards. So here, let's ask some questions to the universe, and these oracle cards will give us some hints or some clues on what we are going to do for this month of June. Yes. Okay. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So let's have 6 cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and the last one cut into 3. 1, 2, 3, which is, could be here, could be in the middle, or it could be on the right. Which one do we think we will pick? Here on this one, it's very strong. Oh, let us... it's a never-ending story of love, of perhaps some regrets or doubts that has been lingering in your mind. There's a never-ending story, but it has to start. There's a beginning and there's a start of something. There's a never-ending story, okay? If you can see, here's the never-ending story, but here is the numerology, the number 37, which means it's 3 plus 7, it means 10, and 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. It means you have to start, you have to begin, you have to move on and do it again. If it feels that you need to do it or start all over again, do it. Yes, and that's how we decide on how we do it, in a more rational way, in a much deeper way in ourselves. And June, in this middle of the year of 2026, I hope that our energy, our vibrations would be improved, not just elevated, but improved, maintain. Sometimes we go down in our frequency or vibrations, but we can maintain a higher one that will give us more awakening of things that are happening around us. Okay, so live, love, and love. Everyone, thank you. Please follow my page that is pinned below in the description. Please follow. Until next time, namaste. Thank you so